there, my name's Claire and this is stitchhemsew. Thank you so much for joining me today for episode 4 of Friday Sews. I'm really sorry that I haven't been around for a few weeks for Friday Sews. Life has just really got in the way with all the Christmassy type things that have been going on, but I'm back today with another chatty vlog, talking through a little bit about life, things that I've been making, about my sewing challenge that I'm running, some things that I bought in the Black Friday sales, and some plans that I've got. So if that interests you, please stick around. Before I get started, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that's been watching my previous videos, to everybody that's liked and commented and subscribed. I really do appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification bell. So in the last few videos I've been talking about a sewing challenge that I've been running called It's Also Christmassy. The idea is to sew up your festive fabrics, to sew up garments or gifts or accessories, etc., and then post them over on Instagram using the hashtag It's Also Christmassy. You just need to do that by the 28th of December. The cut-off time is 11:59 PM UK time on the 28th of December, and just post those pictures using the hashtag It's Also Christmassy and tag me at stitchhemsew. Now, I've put out a message on Instagram in relation to the prizes, and I wanted to get your comments over on YouTube too in relation to the prizes. Now, when I first started the challenge, there was just the one prize from myself, which was a bundle of sewing goodies, and then the lovely Andrew and Keris came to me offering a €25 gift card. Now, what I want to find out from you guys, would you prefer that it was just one prize, that you get all the goodies, the sewing goodies and the €25 gift card, or split it into two prizes so there'll be two winners? One would get the sewing bundle of goodies and the other would get the gift card from Beyond the Pink Door. So if you could leave some comments in below, I'd be really grateful. Would you prefer one winner or two winners? And then I will go with the majority vote from the comments in YouTube and those over on Instagram and decide whether there should be one winner or two winners. I hope that makes sense and it's not been sort of too conflicting, the information that I've provided. It's definitely been a bit of a learning curve doing a sewing challenge, and if I ever do one again I will try and be a little bit more clear and concise about that side of things. I thought I'd mention what I'm wearing today actually. I've got on the Vera top by Forget Me Not Patterns. It's a free pattern, you know I like a free pattern, and it sews up lovely. It's got lovely, good, clear instructions. It's got a V-neck, although there is an option for a round neck, I believe. It's got a lovely sort of big wrist cuff on with the sort of bell shaped sleeves. I think I added a couple of inches to the length of the pattern, although I don't think I added anything additional to the sleeves. I am about 5'8", 5'9", and I think the pattern is drafted for 5'6". So yeah, I just added a couple of inches because I found that the first version that I sewed up of this came up a little bit short. So the 2 inches, it just makes it a little bit more comfortable, and I'm really pleased with how this one's turned out. So on to what I've been up to for the last few weeks. Life has been very busy with lots of Christmas related stuff, mainly in relation to my older son, who has a much better social life than I do. We've been to a few Christmas parties, a few birthday parties. I helped out at the school Christmas fair, which was so sweet, so lovely. I ran the pick a lolly stall, and basically they paid 20p. If they picked a lolly that had a dot on the bottom of the stick, then they didn't get to keep their lolly. If they picked one that didn't have a dot on, they got to keep their lolly, although I wasn't very good at sending them away without a lolly, especially the little ones, so I think most of the children went away with a lolly. I don't think the PTA will be asking me back next year. I'm not sure how much profit I made. No, I think overall, as a whole, the fair was very, very good. They made some good profit, so I think that all goes obviously to the school. So I'm sure they were very pleased. As I say, we've also been to a few Christmas parties. I've taken a few photos along the way, so I will pop these in. And we've also been to a local National Trust property. We always try to go along there each year because they just decorate the house so beautifully with lots of Christmas trees and obviously decorations and things, and it's just so beautiful. And I did take some photos and I think a little bit of footage, so I will pop that in as well, just so that you can see how beautiful it is. I've really been enjoying everybody's Friday sews whilst I haven't been recording videos myself, and all the wonderful vlogmases that have been going on. People are very dedicated to put out a video every day or every few days. It takes a lot of work, I know, so thank you to all of those people that have been putting together their vlogmases, and obviously the Friday sews as well. It's absolutely fantastic. So in terms of things that I've been making, I've been doing a lot of gift making over the last few weeks, so I won't be able to show you those in this video, but I will put a video together for the new year with all those makes, because obviously I want to gift them first before a video goes out in case people watch the video. But there are a few things that I'd like to show you today. One of the first things that got sewn up was this jumper for my husband. It is using the Waves and Wild hot coffee pattern, and we've just gone with the crew neck option. It's got ribbing on the neckband and the cuffs and the hemband. It's using this lovely Constellation fabric that I picked up from Pound Fabrics. When it came, I wasn't quite so sure about it because it was a little bit thinner than I expected, but actually I think it's going to make a really lovely layering piece because it isn't too thick, and sometimes in the winter actually it's nice to have a number of layers that you obviously take off a layer rather than having some really big thick layers, especially when you kind of get out on walks and things like that. So that one I think has turned out quite well, and hopefully my husband will be really happy with that one. Now the next few makes are for my boys for Christmas. I made a Christmas jumper for my oldest son, and I will pop a picture in. It's actually in the wash, unfortunately, otherwise I would have shown it to you today, but it's in this fabric. I also, with the leftovers, have made these lightning leggings by Waves and Wild for my younger son, so that he can wear his Christmas jumper and this as pyjamas, really, because by next Christmas he will have grown out of these things. I will just let him wear this throughout the year. I'm not too fussy about pyjamas, and if they're Christmas pyjamas, and wearing them throughout the year, particularly for my young one who's going to have grown out of them by next year. Me and my husband produce quite tall children. Both my children are quite tall. I'm quite tall at 5'9". My husband's about 6'1", so both the boys are quite tall, and they always grow out of things very quickly. Even when I try to sort of size up and make big, generally they've grown out by the next year anyway. So yeah, this lovely Christmas fabric that I've sewn up the leggings from Waves and Wild. The next top is for my older son, again using a Waves and Wild pattern. You know that you've seen these a few times from me, so sorry about that. This is a lovely mustard fabric with some dinosaurs on. This fabric and the next one that I've used are actually from the lovely Adam from Adam Sews. He gave these two fabrics to me, Again, as I say, I've used the Waves and Wild hot chocolate pattern. This time I've just lengthened the pattern piece just a little bit, because I decided not to put a henband on, to create more of a kind of a long sleeve t-shirt for my older son, because that's what he's sort of missing from his wardrobe. So yeah, really happy with that one. Hopefully he will be too. And the next one, again, Waves and Wild hot chocolate and the lightning leggings, is just a set of PJs for my younger son using this gorgeous fabric that Adam gave me. So thank you, Adam. I think they've sewn up really lovely. This one I've gone with the traditional sort of hemband at the bottom, and I've used the same fabric for the neckband and hemband and things, rather than using a ribbing fabric, and I think it's turned out really nicely actually. They are really lovely. It's a really lovely quality jersey fabric, and hopefully he'll really like those ones too. So thank you very much, Adam. Now, as I said, I have sewn up quite a number of things that I can't really talk to you about today, but I have sewn up this tote bag for myself. I've sewn loads of these in the past for friends and family. It's one of the first things I started making when I came back to sewing. I think everybody does. And but I'd never made one for myself, and I decided that I needed one for when I went out and about shopping. So it's from this fabric was from IKEA. I don't think they still do it, I'm not sure. And I've just sort of lined it with a white fabric, because that makes it easier to kind of find stuff when you're not looking into like a dark bag. And I've just sort of put a little patch pocket inside, just for keys or tissues or whatever. This it's just of my own making. There's loads of tutorials on YouTube. If it's something that you haven't made before and you want to find maybe I'll try and link one of an example in the description box below for you, should you be interested in making a lined tote bag. It's got like a box bottom so that you can fit more stuff in, which is nice. And I think I've made these handles a bit long on this one, to be quite honest with you, but an easy, simple tote bag. You can't really go wrong with a tote bag, can you? Nothing really more to say on that other than pleased with it. Excellent. Next, I thought I'd talk to you about some fabrics that I bought in the Black Friday sales. Now, I didn't go too mad. I bought some fabrics from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn, and I also purchased the coat pattern that I need for the coat that I'm planning to make. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. And that is the Nova coat pattern from Paper Cut Patterns, and I think they had 20 or 30% off in their Black Friday sale, so it seems silly not to take advantage of that. And I've sent that off, and hopefully that will come back soon as an AO copy, because I don't mind sticking paper patterns together, PDF patterns together, but I figured for a coat there would be quite a lot of pieces, so I decided that I would treat myself to sending it off, and so that someone else can do the, you know, the hard work for me really. But in terms of the fabrics that I've bought 3 fabrics. The first fabric is a French terry, grey French terry fabric. I've bought 2 or 3 meters of this, I think 2 meters actually, and I am planning to make some jogging bottoms either for myself or for my husband. I think I'm going to try out the yoga pattern by Petite Stitchery. Rachel from Stitch Up mentioned it on one of her Vlogmas vlogs, I think, and I think I'm going to check that one out and use this material because it was quite reasonably priced as a wearable toile, and see how that pattern works out. A free pattern, as you know, I like a free pattern. So yeah, hopefully that one will sew up quite nicely, and I'll check back in with you guys if that one works out, or to let you know if it did work out or not. The next fabric is this viscose jersey fabric. It is in this beautiful blue colour. It's got like all viscose jersey, it's got a lovely lot of draping. I've just got 1 metre of this fabric, so I'm planning to make a t-shirt of this, but probably not until the weather warms up, to be honest with you. I'm much more into making cozy makes at this time of year. I think most of us are, but I'll definitely pop that in my stash, and once the warmer weather creeps in, I will make myself a lovely t-shirt out of that one. Now the next fabric is possibly my most favourite fabric I've ever bought. It is this beautiful sparkly velvet fabric, which I'm planning to make a Christmas dress. Now I know for you that sounds like, well, we're already at Christmas, but I am recording this slightly ahead of time at the beginning of the week, because I knew that I probably wouldn't have time to record and edit the video at the end of the week, because we'll be right on top of Christmas. So I'm hoping in the meantime I can get this stitched up. I'm looking at, I think, either the Westcliff dress, or maybe which is by Friday Pattern Company, or the Lotta dress by Tilly and the Buttons. I think I'm airing more on the Friday Pattern Company dress. It was a remnant piece that I picked up. I think they had it in one of their drops that they'd had before, but I hadn't sort of picked up on it before. So it has got a couple of little flaws in the fabric, but I think there's enough fabric for me to kind of work around those for the Westcliff dress or the Lotta dress. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I will get that sewn up as my Christmas Day dress. Now in terms of plans for the next week or two, I obviously have plans to sew up that Christmas dress before Christmas, but after Christmas and into the new year, I'm really hoping to make a start on the coat that I spoke about in a previous vlog. I'll link a card up here. I am looking to sew up the Nova coat by Paper Cut Patterns, and I've got this beautiful viscose wool fabric from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn in this beautiful cobalt blue. I spoke before about the fact that I have got 2 possible fabrics to use as the lining fabric for the coat, and I asked for comments, which I'm really grateful for. Thank you for those that have come back to me. However, the vote was, or the comments were pretty equal on these 2 fabrics, either this blue fabric or this pink fabric, and it was kind of 50-50 in terms of the comments, so I'm no closer to deciding. They're both a viscose fabric, which I thought would help, you know, you should put your sleeves in out, hopefully it'd be slippery enough, and I don't know whether to go slightly more bold lining wise with the pink, or go for a slightly more safe but equally beautiful blue option. So perhaps I'm gonna ask for your comments again and see if there's any more thoughts on this one. Let me know in the comments below whether I should go with the blue or the pink lining. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Happy Christmas, and my thoughts go out to anybody that is missing loved ones this Christmas or spending Christmas alone. I really hope you find some joy over the festive period. Take care, Merry Christmas, happy sewing. Bye.